Hello, my name is Melita. Welcome to my ESL channel. Well, hello, and welcome to my Eikaiwa stream. Today's topic is summertime. So, natsu no toki. So we'll be just talking about random things that are related to summertime. So, moving on to the discussion questions. Our first question is, when does summer start in your country? And I'll be trying to give Japanese translations. I'm not fluent, but I have studied Japanese a little bit, so I will try. So, when does summer start in your country? So, あなたの国には夏がいつ始まりますか? So, when does summer start in your country? So by that I mean like what month, around what time of year. So, or if you know the exact date. So here where I live in America, this year I believe it started June 20th. That was the official start to summer. So yeah, usually around June. Because I know in certain countries, I think their seasons could be backwards from where I live. So, second question. How hot does it get during the summer where you live? So, how would you translate this? あなたの住んでる場所には夏の時にどのぐらい暑いですか? I guess maybe that would be how you translate it. So, like, what is the temperature? I think temperature is 温度. I looked it up. 温度. So, and just a reminder, in America, we use Fahrenheit, not Celsius. So the numbers in America for temperature are always going to be a lot higher than Japan. So, but for where I live in America, I think usually 80 degrees Fahrenheit is about average temperatures for summer, and then it can get up to 90 degrees, somewhere in the 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and then some summers, when it's really, really hot, it can get above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And those summers are usually pretty dramatic. Usually the news will be reporting it, everyone is surprised. So it's not very normal for it to be 100 degrees Fahrenheit here. So I think even, excuse me, I think even getting into the 90s is kind of high. But let's see. I will try looking it up, what that is in Celsius. So 80 degrees Fahrenheit is 26.6667 degrees Celsius. So, if you were wondering how hot it gets here, so that's 80 degrees. 90 degrees Fahrenheit is about 32.22 degrees Celsius. So that would be getting pretty hot. And then, what's 100 degrees? Curious. So 100 degrees Fahrenheit is about 37.7778 Celsius. So yeah, so those would be the temperatures for where I live. So But that would be very hot. So, but I think this past week it was in the 80s, and then it might have gotten up to the 90s. So, but yeah, that's our temperatures. So it gets pretty hot here. Yeah, so next question. When do summer temperatures usually end in your country or where you live? So, how would you translate that? あなたの国には夏がいつ終わりますか? I guess you could pretty much just say, when does summer end? For me, America is a very big place, so I'm not really familiar with the seasons in different parts of the country. So, I mean, if your country is small enough that the entire country will experience the same season at the same time, then okay. But for me, I'm just telling you where I live. So, for where I live in America, the summer temperatures, they might end in September, but sometimes it can stay hot for quite a while. Maybe October, it can still be hot. And then even in November, sometimes. I mean, it's kind of rare, but sometimes it might still be warm in November. So, but I believe fall officially starts in September where I live. So I forget around which date, but yeah. But yeah, September, October, November is usually when the weather starts to cool down and the temperatures start to drop. Next question. When does summer vacation start for students? So, 生徒たちは、生徒たちの夏休みはいつですか? That's how I try and translate that. For the United States, college students and like high school, elementary, and middle school students, like they're two separate groups. So kindergartners up to 12th grade, they usually will go on vacation at different times, and college students, they'll start and end at different times. So for usually for kindergarten to 12th graders, that age group, their summer vacation will usually start in June. I don't think anyone starts in May. That's kind of early. But yeah, for that age group, usually it's around June, and it can last till either August or September. It depends. I know that I had cousins, they would go back to school pretty early. Like maybe 2 weeks into August, they would already be back in school. So, but for where I lived, we usually would go back to school very late in August. Next question. What kind of activities do you do during the summer? How would I translate this? 夏の時には何をしますか? I guess that would probably be an okay translation. So what kind of activities do you do during the summer? Well, when I was a student in high school, the things I did during the summer were very different from now that I'm in college and I'm an adult. I was probably more active during the summer as a high school student than I am now. So in high school, the first summer vacation I had in high school, I didn't really do too much. Me and my brother, we had wanted to get a job, because that's usually something that American students will do during the summer. We get jobs. Yeah, but our dad told us to just do chores at home and he'd pay us. So yeah, for that summer, we just played video games and did chores. So, and then I think for my second summer vacation, this is after my sophomore year of high school, I was trying to advance in math because I wanted to skip ahead. So, I actually took summer school. I took Algebra 2. Yeah, so that was kind of a boring summer because I had to do math all summer. And then the next summer, I remember this was after I was a junior. I wanted to get my driver's license, and a requirement in America is that you go to driving school. So that was something I did that summer, where I went to driving school and they taught you about all the laws that we have in our state and, teaching you what to do while driving and what not to do. All that stuff, like not drinking alcohol and stuff like that. So, yeah. And then the summer after I graduated high school, I got a job. So, and then now that I'm in college, I guess it depends. Sometimes during summer, I might take summer classes so that I can graduate sooner. Usually I'm working. I also have a job. So sometimes I'll just be working during the summer. So yeah, pretty much just that. Just hanging out, staying at home. I don't really like going outside too much. So, next question. What's your favorite food or snack to eat during the summertime? How would you say this? 夏の時には夏の時に食べる好きなものがありますか? I guess that's how you would say it. I'm not really sure how to say snack in Japanese. I know food is 食べ物. So, but yeah, just if it's a type of snack or food that you usually enjoy during the summertime, what is it? So I think for me, probably ice cream or like other kinds of frozen treats, because I don't really like eating those things during the winter time when it's cold. It just doesn't feel right. It's nicer when it's summertime and it's really hot outside. I tend to enjoy it more. So yeah. So I would say just ice cream, popsicles, those type of frozen treats, we call them. I don't think there's a food, though, that I prefer. Just snacks. For food, and any time is fine. So next question. Do you prefer swimming at the beach or at the pool? So, I forgot to look up how to say to swim in Japanese. Hang on a second. I think it's oyogu or something. Yeah. どちらが好きですか？海で泳ぐ、プールで泳ぐ、どちらが好きですか? So, which do you prefer? Swimming at the beach or the pool? For me, I prefer swimming at the beach because it's definitely more fun. So, although it could be on the East Coast, we have very nice beaches. So, like, I've been to the beaches in Miami, down in Florida, and they're very, very nice. The sand is very bright and white, and the water is very blue and clear, and it's really sunny. So, I definitely prefer swimming at the beach. I like the waves. It's a lot more fun and exciting. So, and then usually I'm there with family or friends and we're having a really fun time. So yeah, and then we will go do other stuff. So, but the pool's okay. Like I like swimming at the pool too, but definitely if I had to pick a favorite, the beach. Next question. What kind of food do you usually eat at a barbecue? And so I wanted to ask this question because I've been to barbecues in Japan and I noticed they are pretty different from the type of barbecues we have here in America. So that's why I wanted to ask this question. Oh, 翻訳 Would you say で barbecue で barbecue でどんな食べ物を食べますか or 何を食べますか So for me, at the barbecues in America, obviously we usually will eat hamburgers and hot dogs. Maybe there might be chicken, but usually it's hamburgers and hot dogs, and then you have like potato salad and macaroni salad, and then there's lots of chips and soda. There might be corn on the cob or just plain corn, and then baked beans is another type of food. Coleslaw, that's another very common barbecue food. Oh, watermelon, probably for desserts. You'll have watermelon, that type of stuff. Yeah, I would say that's usually what we have at barbecues if you were to go. If it's like a regular American barbecue. So if you went to an immigrant family, it might be different. So my family is actually an immigrant family, but I think our barbecues are pretty much the same, just typical American stuff. But when I was on study abroad in Japan, I went to barbecues during the summertime, and they're kind of different because I mean obviously you do eat meat, but it's not like a sandwich. It's just like chopped up small pieces of meat that they grill. And then of course everyone's eating with chopsticks, and then there were lots of vegetables that they were grilling as well. What was it? Kabocha? Kabocha? I really like the pumpkin. It's very sweet and tasty. So going to barbecues, that's probably my favorite thing to eat. The kabocha. It's very delicious. And that's actually the end of our discussion time. So I made fewer questions this week than I did last week because I was worried that I made things difficult by having so many questions. So sorry if I did. So, and also for the word guessing game, I have fewer words as well. Last week we did 5, I think, and this week we're only going to do 3. So now we're going to start the guessing game. And the way the guessing game works is I will describe the word. I will give you 3 hints, and you have to guess what the word is from the 3 hints I give you. So the one rule is it's okay to look things up in a dictionary or to use a translator. That's fine, but your answer does have to be in English. Because I know some of these words you might not know, and the sentences, they might be difficult. I tried to make them easy. So, and I'll try to translate the hints. Starting with word number 1. the first hint, it's something cold and sweet that you eat. So, 翻訳。これは冷たくて甘い食べ物です。So, it's something cold and sweet that you eat. It comes in many different colors and flavors. So, how would you say this? これはいろんな色と味があります。そう。色と味がいっぱいあります。Yeah. So it comes in many different colors and flavors. Last hint. There's a small piece of wood on the inside. So これの中には木が入っています。So there's wood on the inside, a tiny piece of wood. So I think in Japan, after you finish eating this thing, you might win something. Sometimes you might win something. Is it atari? Is that what's written on it sometimes? So yeah. So to review the 3 hints, it's something cold and sweet that you eat. これはwas it 冷たくて甘い食べ物です. And hint number 2, it comes in many different colors and flavors. いろんな色と味があります。いっぱいあります。And there's a small piece of wood on the inside. So これの中には木が入っています. So a small piece of wood. So, can you guess what English word this is? It's a popsicle. Yep. So, is popsicle the same in Japanese? I think actually it might be different. Let me check and make sure. Popsicle. Ice candy? Is that what you guys call it? I'm not sure. That's what my Jisho says, that it's ice candy. Ice candy. That sounds cool. I like that. But yeah, so the answer is popsicle. Okay, so moving on to word number 2. So hint number 1. It's green on the outside and red with black dots on the inside. 外が緑で、中は赤と黒い. I'm not sure how to say dots in Japanese. I guess I could look up spot. Spotto? Is that how you... Let me see. Spot. But yeah, anyway. Spot. I'm not sure. So yeah. 外は緑、中は赤と黒い dots. Des. I'm not really sure how to translate dots. I should have looked it up, sorry. Next. Hint number 2. It's something you eat. So, これは食べ物です. Okay. So, this next hint, I feel it should be more obvious. And you have this in Japan, by the way. It's very popular in Japan to eat during the summer. It's a fruit. これは果物です. Okay. Do you know what it is? You guys, 海で普通に食べます. You usually eat it at the beach. And they usually have scenes in anime of people eating this. So, hint, at the beach. In anime, they usually eat this. So to review the hints, it's green on the outside and red with black dots on the inside. 外は緑、中は赤と黒い。It's something you eat, 食べ物。It's a fruit. 果物です。So, do you know what it is? Can you guess? A watermelon. It is a watermelon. So the black dots were supposed to be the seeds. So that's why it's red or maybe pink, I guess, depending. Red, pink. And then you have the black dots are the seeds. And then the green is obviously the outside, the rind, I believe it's called. Is it? Yeah, suika, watermelon. I kind of want some. ちょっと食べたい。今食べたい。Okay, so this is the last word, and we'll be ending the stream after this as well. So, word number 3. Hint 1. It's something people use at the beach in the water. これはこれは海にいるときに使う。So yeah, when you're at the beach, you use this. 水に入っている。When you're in the water at the beach, you use this. So, hint number 2. It's long, flat, and you stand on top of it. It's long, flat, and you stand on top of it. So I had to look up the word flat because I actually didn't know how to say that in Japanese. So it's long, 長くて what is it? 平らです。それにこれの上に立つ。使うときにこれの上に立つ。So you're at the beach, you're in the water, this thing is long and flat, and you stand on top of it to use it. So last hint, people who are really good at using this object can become a professional athlete. And I think actually this year at the Summer Olympics, they have it as a sport. Because I was looking at the news somewhere. I was reading the news somewhere. And I think it might be the first time that they're allowing this to be a sport at the Olympics. So this is something that would be really popular in Hawaii or, anywhere with beaches. Australia, I think it's very popular. So 翻訳。So これの使い方。How would you say this? これの使い方をうまくになったらprofessional athlete になれる。I'm not really sure how to say professional athlete in Japanese. So, スポーツでやります。スポーツでやります。So, yeah. So, これは使い方上手になったら、スポーツでできます。So, yeah. So, to recap, it's something people use at the beach, in the water. 海にいるときに水の中には使う。これを。It's long, flat, and you stand on top of it. 長くて平らです。使うときにこれの上に立つ。It's long, flat, and you stand on top of it. And the last one, people who are really good at using this object excuse me, can become a professional athlete. So, I'm really bad at translating this sentence for some reason. これは使い方上手になったら、スポーツでやる。スポーツでやる。So, do you know what it is? It's a surfboard. So yeah. So I think it's probably the same in Japanese, surfboard. I feel like it would be a katakana word. Let me check. Surfboard. Yeah, surfboard. Same thing. So, surfboard. Well, okay. Well, that's everything I have for today. So I hope it wasn't too difficult and that you got to practice a lot of vocabulary and learn some new stuff. And I hope you enjoyed the topic. I enjoyed talking about summertime because summertime is a nice time of year. So that's all for now. Thanks for coming to the stream and see you next time. またね. Bye bye. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For more English practice content, you can follow me on Twitter. See you in the next video.